Hey, how's it going? I just finished up these two parts 1 and 2, 1 and 2. And now what I want to try is I want to take a baby wipe to these. Yes. Did you like them? You're probably thinking, no, they're beautiful as is, but I wanna do more with them. So, take my Amazon baby wipes. I should not use these because I can't. These aren't in stock yet on Amazon. I don't know when they'll be in stock. So I'll try this one first. That was the part 1 set. Put this one aside and get right to it. And I'll likely maybe fast forward through this a little bit because it's going to take a little while to do it. But kind of want to smooth out. Ooh, it's making my baby wipe rough. There's a little bit of salt there, but I'll show you here with. I should have put the tape back down. Nah. Well, I'll probably use this in my journal or something. See that? It won't affect the salt effect too much. I just want to kind of get the dots out of there and kind of smooth it up a bit. Reactivating the watercolor a bit. This ought to be interesting on the part 2 one where I did the Paul Rubens watercolor. This one we'll do in real time. That's the salt crystals right there. You can hear it. How it's kind of rough there. And I'm not pressing down very hard either. That's a little bit rough there. Ooh. And it's making it buckle a little because this is a moist baby wipe. It's not a dried one. And I do have to remember that I could pill the paper if I'm not careful. So, ooh, that's not too bad. That's kind of cool. It's way, way, like I'm getting down into the paper. Maybe I pressed too hard there or something. Stormy says hi. She might be saying, how about some coconut oil? But she has definitely had enough for today. What's she doing? No. No, you can't come over. Okay. Now we can, this one I know for sure is, what are you doing? Don't eat my wires. Don't rub your face on my wires, rather. Blue would eat the wires. Okay, let's see. That was, see, this is Paul Rubens watercolor, glitter watercolors, Jane Davenport's Glitzy watercolor paint pans, Amy Tangerine's watercolor paint pans, and Kurataki's watercolor paint pans. So I did the Jane Davenport's picture first. Alright, now we can fast forward through these. Ooh, so now we have a much more muted look. And it wasn't all that vivid. I think the second sheet will have a more vivid look to it. Or it has a more vivid look to it. So this, you know, it just kind of spreads it around. It reactivates it a little bit because it is just watercolor. I haven't sealed it yet. And I'm thinking, am I going to seal it? Yeah, I probably will seal it so that it doesn't reactivate or anything like that. But I wanted to get, you know, I wanted to see what is the effect of taking a baby wipe to these. It kind of, sometimes it'll smooth it out. You can still see here some of the sea salt effect there. And here too a little bit. And the shimmer for this one, there's still a shimmer to it. You know, that doesn't come out. So that's really good too. That one might be good to do. I'm not too crazy about these colors because they are much more muted even before taking the baby wipe to them. And I'm thinking that adding the baby wipe to the mix makes this look even better to me. I'm not too crazy about this, but you know, the, what was it called? The Flash Purple, I think it was. That had tones of gray in it, and I was just like, no, that does not. maybe if I tried it on black watercolor paper, hey, there's an idea. I don't know if I have black watercolor paper, but I know I have black paper, and it's kind of thick, but it's not watercolor thick. I don't think it's 140 pounds, so I would have to look to see what I do have. So that's the part 1 watercolor pictures, watercolor and sea salt pictures, and we'll put that. I'm gonna do a screenshot for this. It looks all kinds of muddy and stuff around there, but I don't care. I don't care. I'll probably add color in between here, you know, and do that. Smile. Okay. Now this one I am going to use a new baby wipe for this one. And going to start up here. Now these colors were, or these paints that I used were Sakura Koi watercolors, Jane Davenport's Mermaid markers. That has a cool effect, right? And this one too, the Winsor & Newton watercolor paint pans. And then this was the Paul Rubens watercolor in the tube, not gouache, although if I didn't know any better, they're very thick. So if I didn't know any better, I would say, oh, you use gouache paint for that. But no, the gouache paint that I have, I think I have 4 different kinds of gouache paint. I didn't even know it. I have U.S. Art Supply, and from the portable paint palette, U.S. Art Supply and Arteza gouache. And then I also have Royal and Langnickel gouache. And I have the Hemi, I think it's Hemi brand. And that was in the plastic container with the little, look like jelly cups or something. I have the Stormy. Stormy says, I don't know what Stormy wants. Okay. Ooh, okay. That is, I mean, it's still dark. This one, these two did really well as far as pulling off some of the color, making it more of a pastel. I like that too. But these two, hardly any color came off of this one. Hardly anything at all came off of this one. Although here, you can see the light green coming through there. And then, and here I started, like, it feels like it's pilling, so I thought, oh, stop, stop. And this one, I wanted to pull more of that green off, because to me it was too dark. But like there's too much green. When I look in this green panel, it looks like it's almost all green except for the purple. But there's green here, and then the blue, and then the purple. There's a lot of green on here, and look how much I pulled off into the margins, so to speak, you know. It's like, wow, wow. So I don't know, there's possibly a learning curve or something with the Paul Rubens paints that maybe I should have mixed it with more water and made it a little more transparent. And I've never had a set of watercolors that had so much pigment to it. It's just amazing. Just regular watercolors, not gouache. So, that's like seaweed, it looks like. And look at all the, look at that. Wow. This one not so much. I was wiping my hands clean, so I basically kind of removed some of the, it still cleans your hands. I have watercolor fingers now. Okay, I had to break away for a moment. I don't know if you were able to notice that in the fast forward part, but the cat Stormy was pestering me, like, to the point where I had to turn it off and tell her no in a more firm tone, and then come back and do the coloring, or the removing of the color rather. What is that? Oh! I was wondering when that light wand would give up. Second light wand. It's been working really well for the longest time. Can't get my words out tonight. Wow. Let's see, maybe this way. Setting up the shot. Some buckling going on because it's still, I've re-wet it basically. Look at that thing. Wow, wild. Wild child. I was thinking there's too much green. Too much green. Okay, we have like opposite thingies here. Okay, and I put the... I always yell at myself when I'm in editing. It's like, it's crooked. I'm always saying that, it's crooked. I want to move it up. Is it crooked? Does it look crooked? Is it crooked, editor? Haha, who cares? Say crafty. Yay, did I do that right? Tend to hit the button while I'm saying, say this. Not wait a second or two. I'm kind of up in the air with this one. This is way too much green in the mix, you know. Maybe I could, once it dries, then maybe I can add a little more blue in here. Maybe. I don't know. But that's the baby wipe technique. The baby wipe technique to sea salt and watercolors. Watercolors and sea salt. Yeah. Okay, let's sign off. Sign off. So, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. The crazy cat ladies. I'm sorry, the crafty cat ladies. Art techniques. Wild and crazy art techniques. Gonna randomize. Have a radiant day. Bye.